thing. Hello, hello, friends. It's me, Cynthia, and Marty, and Azalea. Azalea's behind the camera.
Hi.
Hello, my friends. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We had a pretty good Friendsgiving. That was pretty nice. That is when you have family and friends. So that was a good time. We had our friends Joanne and Rocky. Rocky made an apple pie. Joanne made a peanut butter pie that was super delicious. And Greg roasted a turkey and a duck. And I made a stuffing with the duck. Azalea made pumpkin pies. What else did we have? And our friend brought
I
a
made the sweet
chocolate.
potatoes.
Michael brought a chocolate cake. We had a pretty good turnout at the HQ. Oh, hello, Cecilia. Hello, Terry. Hello, Morphing Designs. Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. Oh, this cat is asking for his treat. I wondered how long it was going to take to get this going. He's watching me. Karen, hello, hello. Oh, yes. Hello, Nilda. Happy Thanksgiving. That was good times. It feels like Max's break is almost over. You see that reminder? That was a little reminder push. I'm taking too long. It's like, what's going on? What's going on? He might act like he has never been fed, but that's a ruse to get you to move quicker. He gives you the look that he's super hungry. Remember, he had a treat. What happened? Oh, I see some more comments come in. Hello, Karen. I had to miss the Wednesday live, but I watched it later. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, hello, Ann Gardan. Right on time. And I see Melanie. Hello, Melanie. So tonight, I know a few of my friends out there do markets. I don't know if Donna does that many anymore, but I know Ann does. Oh, Wendy visiting watching while in Wisconsin. Nice. Oh, I see Shannon. Hello, beautiful people. Hello. He is polite. That's what Cecilia said. He's so polite, though. He's a good cat. So I thought we could do some production. If you guys want to do some production with me, get your head pins out, get some beads out, and I thought we could make some earrings. Put some stuff together. Low key, real chill day. I have some bead blends that a couple of them we don't have anymore, but we're just making stuff tonight. Just gonna, get in here and see what's what. We have the big crafty next week. It's right on my heels. I wish it could be kind of spread out. So, you know, traditionally for Thanksgiving, I like to take some time and, run around a little bit in the woods. But I didn't do much of that. I stayed in the house. Oh, hello, Jeanette. Hello, my friends. Look at this mocktail that Azalea put together. It's passion fruit, syrup, and orange juice, and kombucha, and not liqueur. Delicious. Very tropical and tart. Hello, Debbie. Debbie, Debbie, Debbie. We went on a bike ride, it was like 52 degrees. So nice here in Asheville. I tell you, it's one of the nice things about living here is it's pretty mild. I used to live in Ohio, and I felt like it was cold and rainy all the time. Or like we used to like joke around and say it's like value 5 skies. That's like old school talk. That's like mid gray. It seemed it was always gray, but that might have been, I don't know. That just might be how you perceive things when you're young and lonesome to be home. I'm from Florida, so that kind of weather was not. When I saw snow, Azalea, and I was away from home, I went to my dorm room and I flopped down on my bed and I cried. I was like, what did I do? I had a chance. I could have gone to Savannah. It's not that cold. But I'm glad I didn't go to Savannah, and then I went to the Columbus College of Art and Design. I met all my friends. I met my now husband, so it's all good. And Wendy says it snowed like a foot here last night. I probably would have started crying. No, I'm not gonna cry. I just stay in the house when it. I mean, it snows a little bit here. We get like this much. One year it snowed a ton, and then it was fun. It was like a winter wonderland, and we went to see our friends that live across the way, and we like slid back, and it's on a kind of usually a busy street, but at that point, nope, it was impassable, so we could just enjoy life. It's pretty good. All right, it's about 5 minutes. Let's flip this camera around and let's make some stuff. Let's see what's happening. I got it all ready to go. All right. I'm gonna go so high tech. I'm gonna move this down. I know I did that so slowly. Why did I do that so slowly?
Don't look here.
Mm.
Look at his face.
Oh, Wendy got some. She says I actually got so excited but I leave in like a week. You get to use the good part, or you're there for the good part. The good part of wintertime. So what I have going on here, this is going to be my work plate. But this is the last of that pearl dip from TGBE. I don't remember what we called it, but that's the rest of it. And I've been using it to make necklaces. This is not the last, but this is Persephone's Gifts. I think I might have a couple of scoops of that left. And this is the crystal if you want last minute type thing that you have the crafter. This is the crystal one. And this is the tiny Lucky Dip, the last of the tiny, the last of it, because it's not. I made earrings last time. Oh, I see my friend Donna. Donna, are you doing any markets? I have one next week. I told the folks, the friends, that you know what people do when they're getting ready to do craft or art markets, craft markets, that type thing. You make a bunch of earrings, kind of in the natural order of things. What's in this? Oh, head pins. So these are head pins I got ready to go. I don't know. Does anyone else do this where if you're just sitting there looking at the TV? I had a bunch of crystals from before that were already put on head pins, but occasionally I'll have a little pile of head pins. And if I know I'm going to make a bunch of earrings and I don't know what I'm going to make, sometimes I'll just make some of these guys. And these are on a little bit. They have a big. Like they're little crystals. They're not gemstones, but they add a lot of sparkle. And I put them on Serling head pins. These are some things that I made out of PMC a while back. I don't even know how long ago when I used to make these out of fine silver. I was looking for a way to make something kind of lightweight. These are super lightweight. And they are the coins pressed with fine clay instead of bronze clay. You have to clean the molds really good before you can mix and match, because if you get the bronze in there, sometimes it affects how they will set. Like you'll get some of it in the cracks, and it will either melt out because it has a different melting temperature. Most time I found instead of melting, it just it was like a dust. It didn't center together, and it just washed out. So clean your molds if you make coins. Oh, I see Connie. Hello, Connie. And Wendy says, I love my pearl dip. You know, when I go to Tucson next, I am going to be on the hunt for more pearl dip because I love it. And this one was the one that sold the fastest, I think. But I did have really super good high quality pearls, and I got them at basically a steal. Oh, pardon me. So that's why that worked out so great. I mean, it's like super hard to find really lustrous pearls. And so these are a couple different dips from previous that I just mixed together. This one, I'm not sure what this one is. Was this one from Tucson? It looks like it has Tucson colors. Do you remember what this one is? you remember the name of this dip? I don't think there's any more of it left, but
I don't know.
oh, Donna says, I did one a couple of weeks ago. I'm not doing any bead shows anymore. I sold a hand-knotted Tibetan agate mala that used your owl bead as the guru. That's good news. You know, bead shows are tough. So one of the things that I noticed about bead shows and why I haven't done one in a minute is it just seems like, number one, the foot traffic, like the traffic alone is hard to get going. It's like really hard to get people to show up for whatever reason. So, and then you know what you hear? You go and set up all this stuff, and then people are like, so do you have a website that I can order? And I'm like, listen, I just dragged all this stuff up here. And yes, I have a website, but that's, you know, I'm here now. You don't have to pay shipping. Come on. And so, you know, I mean, I get it. People get tapped out by the time they get to you. If it's a big show. Oh my.
What was he doing up on that?
He was climbing on top of the tank. I'm not sure what that story was about. What he was trying to accomplish with that number. Sometimes the cats, they want to get into that fish tank. I don't know why. There's just plants in there. And they are, like, if they last that fish tank, then they're the most durable plants of all time. I think I had a violet in there for like 10 years. And I think it finally died. There's a match to that right there. That looks pretty good. Is that too matchy though? Might be matchy to do that. I think that's cute. It reminds me of that gal. Maybe she's Irish. I can't remember what. Grain Morton. She does eye earrings, and I love them. They're very expensive though. This might be pretty. What do you think? Ooh, Nancy's got my Persephone mix. Swoon. Oh, Wendy, this was a mala dip from, or no, this was, I don't think this was a mala dip. I think this is all matched up. I don't think it was a dip because it's pink. It's mostly green and pink and purple. So, and I see Kaylee says, I'm still waiting for my lucky pearl dip.
What?
For my lucky and pearl dip. We're gonna have to take a look at that.
All the pearl dips would have shipped like a month and a half ago.
Well, we're gonna have to take a look at that then.
What's the name?
Here, look at it right here. Right here. Let me go up. As always, gonna look on her iPad and see what she can discover. Donna says, right, we should be able to gather a group of us and hand out business cards with our website on it. The promoter can lay them out on a table for us. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like, doesn't it? It's like, why bother? But, you know, sometimes it's fun to be with your friends and hang out. That's fun. But I will say that I like it better when it's busy, when it's really busy. But who doesn't? Who wants to just sit there? Oh, Canada. I see somebody that says Karen Katzman. Canada.
Oh, yeah, we discussed that before with all of your stuff. You emailed me about that before with all your things taking a really long time and having to wait the
Yeah, I heard that.
Having to pay the fee and all that stuff.
All right, so let's see if this is. I don't want to use this wire. Sometimes I like to use. I don't know about anybody else, but I like to use the biggest wire I can use for the bead-sized hole. So these have pretty good sized holes there. Wendy, that has a good sized hole. Just in case you were thinking about getting those. Maybe I'll put a drop around here. Maybe I need to go a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's nice and tight. And no wiggle. I thought these would make good earrings, but I'm not sure. They might be a tiny bit heavy. This is the new mermaid, and we painted some of these last week. These are some really cool. Got these at a show a long time ago. They're kind of weird. They're like a tube with silver on each side. It's like a cage. You can't fit anything in there, but it's pretty neat. So those, I like to use those for earrings. And so I put some of these. These are plated with an eye, but that might be like a crown. I thought that might be cool. So anyway, I'm gonna try and see how fast I can make some of this. Get some wire going, and when I'm on a roll, I actually can. You'd be surprised. I'm getting some silver now. That'll seem a little bit thin. I like it to be a little bit thicker wire if I can get away with it. If I don't have it, sometimes if I have way more of, say, head pins or something, I'll just cut that head pin off. Sometimes I make them. Not all the time. Maybe I will. I don't know. All right, this is a nice thin one. I think it's 24 gauge. Let's see. And I have a couple different kinds of ear wires. I really like these type, the shepherd hook. So I'll see how fast I can make it. I'll time myself. It'll be fun. Oh, I see. Who else? Oh, yes. Time to make a lot of gifts. I want to see how fast I can do it. I was like, how fast can I do it? I love these little eye things. I might have some more I can share, but I'm going to put my optivisors on. That's what needs to happen. And cut. How big is it? I love these. These were part of the collection. I cut up bracelets to get these beads because I couldn't find them by the strand. What's going on here? Take. Yeah, there we go. It wasn't focusing on my fingers. Yeah, I hope, Karen, that they arrive soon because that's got to be torture. I hate that story. So that's about 1.5 inches. I'm going to see. You know what? These would be good. What's that loop-de-doop that Azalea was using? That would be good for this because those don't have to be, like, you can get away with making earrings that don't, because it's not like a chain that's going to have to support weight. You don't want to have to, it's not like you're going to wear as like a belly dancing belt or something. What you do is get into, brace your hand. Always brace. I find that I want to float my arms up in the air, and that's kind of annoying because then my neck gets sore. You know what I found too is if I don't pinch these down later, because sometimes I'll leave them where that thing is not pinched, and then surprise, it gets caught in my hair continuously. Notice if you have a shiller or shine, labradorescence, whatever you want to name it, take a minute to look at how that is going to land where you put your which direction you pop it in. Because sometimes it has a like, is that the good side? I think it is, because if you turn it over, the shine might not be facing that direction. It might face towards the bottom, but I think it is on that side. You see a little better from this side. So easy. Oh, what's that? Well, I hated seeing that thing from when you had your car broken into. That's no good right there. That makes me sad for you. I hate that story. Let's pop that little eye on there. Yeah, check out that artist. I want to say their name is Grain, like Grainne Morton. And I think they're British or maybe they're Irish. I don't know. But their stuff's really cool. And they have these pendants. They look similar to this with the doll eyes. So take a peek at them, and then you maybe get some fun ideas for your own. Not to say get ideas to copy, because some of the stuff is like they're using antique pieces. and hand carved pieces. And I made that. I cut that one a little too short. Still works though. I hate it when I do that. You know, when you cut it just a hair, it's like not enough. It's like forever my problem. Okay, there's one. I think, or no, I'm not done with it yet. I need something small to go on the dangle part. What do you think about that? It's pretty cute. Mixed metals. Maybe something like this and a bronze. I don't know. You know what I've been doing lately? My friend Diane, who does shows near Joshua Tree, she makes some of her earrings where they're asymmetrical, and I love them. I love them. These would have to be because I don't know if I have doubles of anything. So if I use that, I might think on it. Maybe I'll put that there, get the other side going. Piece of wire though. You guys can probably hear that fish tank. So I'm letting the water drain out of that fish tank because I need to get that area with the tank. I need to get it cleared. And there's a tank. I have a fish tank. And it has one huge snail. I got it so that it could be kind of like it's like a cleaner, you know. That I probably made that one side yet again too big, but we'll have to just live with it. I keep going back. And I always find that it's so funny to me that I can make a bunch of these earrings like when I'm sitting there in front of well, how is it possible that I can make so many when I'm just having a conversation, and when I'm live, it seems like it takes me forever. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Look for the chatoyant. Seems like it's on this side. Oh, I see Clem. Hello, Clem. Ooh, Azalea's getting out her embroidery equipment. Something's about to go down. She took up cross stitching, and it's pretty cool that she's doing that. It's not my jam, but not everything has to be my jam. So
I'm transferring from this big rectangular frame that's really hard to hold to this one that I got that's like for your lap. So I'm excited about this.
Clem. I need to get out. You know, I was just thinking about our last time I went out to California, and I think that was when. No, it wasn't the last time. The last time was when we went to Fresno last year. But I usually get out that way a couple times a year. This year, I did not. It felt like I had too much going at home to leave. Like the only place that we really went was Tucson, I think, that we really left. In Florida, I think. These might end up getting to be too long. You just never know. You know, some folks, I think some of my better set look backwards. Change that. I just twisted it. Oh, all right, well, fine. So going through the whole rigmarole. There we go. Oh, don't mind Peanut. She's just making noise with her mouth. Come and roam around Sonoma County. That's where my friend Jess lives. She lives in where Softlex is based out of. What's it called? Rosa? Can't think the name. Santa Rosa. There it is. I think that looks really pretty so far, and that didn't take very long. And then I can decide, hey, do I want these to have this little bit of white or not white? I think that's pretty. It has a cloud-like feel. What do you think? Let's find some head pins. Pop those guys on there. Oh, that's a good idea. I had a little bit of emerald going. With these teeny head pins, you can see the thickness. This is like 26 or 28 gauge. They're like, it's like a hair. This one's 24, maybe 26. It's hard to tell. You see, I have some of this labeled. This cat's sitting right behind me. He's like, when is it time? Is it time now? Oh, and these are some that I always like to make earrings. These are good sellers. I need to find more of this next time I go out to Tucson. These are little mother of pearl roses, and I bought these. I think they were in one of the Tucson boxes, which we will probably do again this year. What about a teardrop? That's a good idea. I love a teardrop. Let me see what I have. What do I have that would work? No. Where'd that one go? So many boxes of beads. Let's see, what's this? And this is the leftover of that last kit that I did with the, that actually might work there. They had a lot of carved beads. This is that water clear. That actually, I think that'd be perfect. That's actually tourmaline. Or no, that's not tourmaline. I bought a strand that was pink and green, but that, as I see it, there's no green in this, so that must have been in this one right here. I think this one. Yeah. There's a bigger one. That's if I wanted to match. Some of these were on a strand that had very few, like they were all a little bit different. Or tassel. Yeah, tassel would be good too. Do we like that pink? Oh, pink and brown I feel like are pretty. What do you think, daughter? You like that
I like
pink and brown?
Yeah.
You know, I think I ought to get some of this brass to pop up in there. You know, sometimes if you do mixed metals, it's almost like, let's see how that looks. Oh, when he says, well, Cynthia, you make excellent leftovers. Well, when your beads are that good, then they're going to be completely, it's going to be good times. These bronze ones I think will be good.
The cat's making a lot of noise on the stool.
He's adjusting.
He's trying to get your attention on purpose.
Mm-hmm. He wants me to look at him. He keeps touching my back. It's like, is that thing? Are you sure that you completely emptied that? Do you do a good job? What's this? That is, oh, that's kind of expensive. For 20 pieces for $6. That must be like gold plate. Or what do they call it? Vermeer. Not Vermeer. 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 Getting wild.
The painter.
Mm-hmm. You know, I liked that movie, even though it was a tiny bit boring. I did like that movie. Did y'all see that girl, the pearl earring, a long time ago? I don't know if I want to use those. I had a little bit longer. I think that's too short for these. What's this? Where these come from? That's good. It's probably time that I organize my stuff. I've been saying that for 1,000 years.
The phrase is, it's time to get serious.
It's time to get serious. Azalea has heard that phrase in her life, I think, many times.
1,000, probably.
Probably. No, I haven't seen the show called The Leftovers. What's that about besides leftovers? Maybe it's something small. Is that too big of a drop? Too long? You know, my sweet spot whenever I'm making jewelry is about 1.5 inches. And sometimes a little bit more. I don't know. Nothing too long, because then when they become shoulder dusters, that's a different customer. We'll let that sit there for a moment. Un momento. And let it sit just a second. I've been practicing duo, Espanol, and some Latin. Sometimes I get them mixed up, but I'm actually better at the Latin part. So then anytime a show on the BBC is playing and they will have like a church scene, I'm like, get ready, Azalea. I can tell you what they're saying. And then she was like, well, I bet I can guess what they're saying. And it turned out she was right. And she didn't even have to take duo on there. You know what? This is pretty together. Gosh, how come I love pink and green so much? Dang.
I love pink and green.
Yeah, Zoe likes it too. These roses, I have sold those a million times. Actually, you know what I'm in the mood for? I haven't done these in a minute, and I sell them all the time. I get these from Rio, and they're the little threaders. They're very fine. Sometimes you gotta give them a little test to make sure. That's a tip from Joanne. Joanne says you gotta test them so they're not weak. Put those there, and it's so good. So good. I haven't seen the show Leftovers. You know what show we've been watching all day is on YouTube. I love YouTube because I can just, how does it know that I'm thinking about a show and then it just magically starts playing? It's pretty awesome. Maybe we'll do something with pearls. We haven't done pearls in a minute. Let's do this. What do you think about that? How do you feel about that? I feel like that looks good. I'm going to find another one that's similar in shape and color. I go to Tucson. I'm going to hunt for some good pearls. I'm going to go to my friends that have good pearls. Oh, that's the wrong. Wait, it's this direction. They're drilled differently. Where's the drill hole in that cornflake? Cornflake pearls are pretty. Be nice about it. Drop. Whenever one of my favorite parts of when I travel to shows is I love hearing people talk about the process of the way they get stones and how pearls are, just like the info. I think that'd be pretty. What do you think? Those cornflake pearls, let's just try it out and see what it looks like. I've never made earrings with that combination. So I think I need some of this super fine on this. Where's the end of it? There it is. That gold pearl's calling out. Use me. That great big one, that's too big for this purpose. Not too big. Great big one. It kind of has that weird striation, like it was lathed. All right, where's the end of it? Here we go. This is a fine. It needs to be pretty fine. Paul says we have about 12 inches of snow here. Anybody else have snow? Thankfully, we do not have snow. Oh, no, I don't want any snow. Because people can't drive in it. Everybody goes and loses their mind around here. Not sure why that is, but maybe because everybody's from Florida. There's a lot of Floridians around here. And I say that as a Floridian, so nobody come at me. There were a few. I'm a part of the Facebook group, and boy, some of the locals get so irritated with Floridians coming here and ruining things. And it always makes me chuckle because I'm like, I've been here for so long. And I've been here for longer than some of these so-called other locals. And they're like, well, I came from New York, doesn't count. I'm like, listen, it's all y'all snowbirds traveling from New York down to Orlando region. It's fine. It's natural. Sometimes when I do these weird cornflake pearls, even though they're beautiful, sometimes my wire wrapping does not look awesome. And I've got to fool with it like that. Like, why did that clump right there? Why did that happen? It's kind of, it's like, why didn't you just do what why did you bend there? The other side didn't bend there. This music is kind of funny. It's like, we put on this, it's called synthwave, and it's supposed to give you feelings of the 80s. And I don't know if it gives me feelings of the 80s or not. Do I really feel like I'm on the set of Jumpin' Jack Flash? Debatable. Did you see that movie, Azalea, with Mick Jagger and Emilio Estevez? I know you went through an Emilio Estevez fan phase.
What?
Yeah, didn't you like Young Guns? That's Emilio.
I didn't like that movie for him. No. Did not go through some guy phase. I don't know. I like Lou Diamond Phillips, but that was pretty much it.
Oh, Wendy's gonna go out for dinner. I hope you enjoy. That sounds like fun. I want to go out to dinner. I love going out to eat. Is that too long? Is that too long?
It's pretty long, but I would
Pretty
wear it.
long. What do you guys
I wear
think?
long
Too
hair,
long?
so I don't know.
But there's a weird little area right at the top. Is that? I don't know. How do I feel about that? All right, we're gonna let that one sit there for a minute. And then you know what else is good? If you make these pre-done ones, you could do this, because guess what? These guys, they're like a miracle because they have a little opening at the bottom. They're not closed or soldered open. Or I mean, you know what I mean, not soldered closed. So you could actually just do this. It's pretty convenient. Looking good. And that's a little more subtle, I think. Or if you're not looking for subtle, sometimes you don't want it. Sometimes you're going to get ready for a Christmas party and you want all the sparkles. Oh, that reminds me. I just remembered there's a Christmas party part of our gem club is doing. Let's see, look at this and see if you like it. This is, is that in focus? That's in focus. Sorry, I hit my head against the thing. Oh, Paula, you're probably getting a lot of snow near Detroit. I used to do a show in the Michigan area, and I think it was called Somerset area. And I have to say, though, that was probably one of my best one-day shows. I couldn't hardly believe it. It was awesome. What happened here? Something happened here at the top. That's a first. This has never got tangled before. I've never seen that. But apparently it can happen. So put my optivisors on to see what's the story with that. I feel like that needs to be gently picked. Yeah, and that'll come loose. Wow, I've never seen that before with these earrings. I must have been holding them just right so that they formed a little knot and then went over the post, but I've almost got it. Oh, I'm going to set that down because I can't deal with that right now. We'll go back to that. That's the story of my life. We'll just go back to that. It's famous last words, right? All right, what else are we doing here? So I wasn't sure about this. We're going to see about that. I don't know if I like it. Seems a little long, but I guess they're too long. Oh, Paula says Somerset is in Oakland County, big money area. Well, I'm not surprised. Those gals were like, "Here, let me help you." They helped. They got behind the table so I could make stuff a little, or I could sell stuff that much faster. I was like, I love it. I always look forward to that show. And then I went back to that show, and then it was the opposite. Like it was not good. And then someone was like, they let a lot of people go from, I think it was the Ford plant. I'm not 100%. It's been a long time. But, and then it was like not a good show anymore, like overnight. Oh, Shannon says, thought of Azalea a couple days ago when I saw a concert festival lineup. The headliners, The Cure, Foo Fighters, 21 Pilots. Thought I was going to lose my mind with excitement until I realized it's a concert in the Netherlands.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute. Where is this taking place?
The Cure is the only band out of that I like, but I got to see them in Fresno with Kate, so I'm very pleased.
Yeah, the Foo Fighters are pretty good. That's good times. I don't know many songs of the 21 Pilot genre or group. Don't know many. Isn't that guy that does the backflips? Isn't that what he's famous for? Am I thinking of somebody else?
I have no idea.
It seemed like I saw it on Saturday Night Live where somebody was doing lots of backflips.
I never got into that music.
So our friend Jeremy would know all the songs because we would go to trivia night, and we were like, okay, he's going to be our early 2000 music guy, pop. And he's good at it. He could name those songs. I love this Lodolite. You guys love this because I call it pond water. It's a quartz that has little landscapes in it. If you've gotten any of the Lucky Dip from this, or not Lucky Dip, maybe a Malakit, I love this if I can get it. And it's so magical. And that's a good place for an earring with a little terrarium. Isn't that cute? I'm going to put that right. That'll make a good earring. Put that one right there next to it. Maybe one with a little more green. Maybe a fine one. We'll put that in there. Perfect. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe this could go on. Do I have another mixed metal? This would be a better pendant. I was looking at it and I was like, that could be a good earring. But I don't know. As a pendant, what do you think? Oh, the back. Is he from 21? I don't know much about the names of people I like. I mean, it took me long enough to remember bands that I really love to remember their name. This is small enough that I think I could fit, or that this little area I could do a dangle. I bet I could do dangles from both her hands that she's carrying a bunch of groceries on each side. Wouldn't that be funny? What do you think, Azalea? She's got groceries. Little bags. She's just a little simple swamp mermaid. Like down each side, like she's got a handbag on each side. Let's see what that looks like. Or fish eggs. They're like little fish eggs. Is that going full goofy?
Yes.
That's going. Yeah, sorry. Well, all right, we don't have to do that. Maybe a pearl dingle dangling from her tail, like she captured it. But you know what? This one, I looked at this and I told Azai, I said, listen, I am going to carve a face in it. So this is like its hair. Doesn't it kind of look like that'd make a good one? If you can, almost like a troll doll, carve it. So, there's that Japanese guy that carves skulls. I wonder if there's a market if I did one and meticulously carved and polished a troll face into this. That could be.
What?
Oh, I wondered if you noticed that digital, or that synthesizer sax, Azalea.
I've gotten pretty good at blocking it out.
I like this tip a lot. That really peachy Andalusite is calling my name. Look how good that is. It's like they're slightly peachy. I wonder what the story. What is that? Probably, because the light in each, it's like pink and green at the same time. Oh, you need to buy some little purse charms. Let's see how this looks with this. If that was next to it. Could be cute. But actually for this, I think little teeny, doing rondelle, like people are always like, I don't know what to do with these. And the one and only good thing that I think of is a dangle. And it can be for an earring. I didn't close this up. I wasn't 100% because it looked a little bit long. And I wonder if I did get 2 different lengths because this seems longer than my other pair. Do you know if I got 2 different lengths, Azalea? If that's the case, because this one seems like a lot longer than the other pair of earrings I have. I don't think I must have gotten
no idea.
2 different lengths of this chain. I think that's too long. But you know what I do like to do is, I think what I'll do is put some of these smalls, and usually when I do that, I line them up. Where did that little one go? I'll just go ahead and finish these out since I have them sitting right here. Very triumphant, this music.
Whole time it's just a car.
Yeah, these are like, I don't know who's making the music, but it's very triumphant. It's like in the part, it's like the exciting part where they turn the car around to go save the person that they weren't going to save originally. You know, in a show. Like it's like the big fake out. Paul says you need to buy some more purse charms. They'd have to be teeny tiny purse charms. Did I show those teeny little itty bitty frogs that I did? I had made the smallest frog in the whole world, and you can barely see it. And I thought, man, that's going to make the cutest little earrings of all. And so, anyway, that's what I'm going to do with them. They're uber small. Let's see if they're over here. I don't know where I put that. Must be over there on the other room, on the coffee table. Did anybody travel for the holidays? Because I did not travel. I know Wendy went to Wisconsin, but anybody else go anywhere? Exciting. Azalea they wanted to go to Ohio, but we just went to Ohio, so.
I didn't.
Oh, I thought you always liked to go visit Sam.
Not when it's cold.
Oh, yeah.
I never go when it's cold. I'll go in the spring and summertime, but if it's like snowy out, then no.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've gone there for Thanksgiving.
I like to be comfortable.
Same. It's getting to be where I want to just stay home a lot of the times. Isn't that weird? I used to like to travel all the time, but lately
I've kind of turned into a little bit of a hermit.
It's like, why is it's so good to be in my own house? Why is it so delightful? It just is, I guess. Paul says, thank heavens all of my family lives close by. My family does not live close by. Oh, and got some charms. Bronze charms. You know, it's funny. I was just looking at those. I was just looking at my necklace that I'd started, and I haven't finished it. And I was like, man, I need to lay all this out. There's so many things that I need to lay out. You know, I like these, but I don't like it when they're too far away. If that makes any sense. If the drop is too far from the top of the. It seems okay. I need to get those chair pads to keep the wiggling to a minimum.
Yeah. He's a big cat. He's gonna wiggle. That chair gonna wiggle if he's sitting in it.
I found some lucite the other day, and I thought, wow, this is some pretty good looking stuff. But then I didn't do anything with it. I just dragged the box downstairs, and looked at it, and I was like, this could make a good crown. And my friend Brandy she came over during Halloween. We were working on, was it Halloween? When I had that head, she gave me one of those crowns that she had extra. And this is, and I made the mistake of trying to bind the top and bottom. And you know what? It became really too tight to put on my head. So I have to redo some of it. I didn't know these could actually get tangled. That's the first time when I tangled that one up over there. And sometimes I put them in my pocket when I'm riding my bike. And they're like lint in my pocket. They have like no weight. They're the lightest weight earrings of all, which is why I like them. I can't deal with heavy earrings. I don't know how those folks that have those things in their ears, I don't know how they can stand it. This is pretty cute. They're long though. I could do, if you do some liver of sulfur, they are more, I don't know, it seems like they look a little more finished. But one of the things that I like to do, I sometimes don't like this part of it where the connection point has a lot of space. So sometimes I'll dangle towards the end here, like hang them so that they kind of disguise that part, They put in, that would be easy to put. Those are already finished ones. I did these so that I could put them on, just on the bottom. But you can see even 3 with, if you see what I mean? With, just 3 of them kind of hides that. But it's not a big deal if you don't have that, like, completely. That's just my opinion. That this connection point, I've used a very fine wire and it kind of looks invisible, which you might want for some things. But in that case, I think it's okay. Do the other one. And they're very fast. You can see even me just kind of casually working on it. And the reason you can move pretty fast is it's not I can just make the wrap and I don't have to put it on there because it's not a soldered link. So it kind of saves a little bit of time. I have a bunch of necklaces that need to be finished. That's all my things to do. And there's I looked at it and I was like, I have 25 necklaces here that are all waiting to get a clasp. So I'm making a thing of clasps here. I don't care what's going to happen. And so for the last 2 days, I've had the wax kit out and I have been cleaning up these teeny tiny waxes. Boy, it's actually kind of a lot of eye strain to do. I was like, man, these little tiny buttons, you wouldn't think it, but they're actually kind of a little bit tough to clean up. And you know what else is I was thinking the other day, how am I going to display some of these? Because sometimes the display is what sells it. Because I've made some earrings that I was like, these are incredible earrings and I'm not moving them. And so sometimes it's in the display, how you display it. And that's one of the things I find is kind of funny. It's like you have only a few seconds to grab a customer. And you never know what's going to be that thing that grabs them. I used to have this great big sculpture of an elephant bead. It was the elephant bead that I made. And I painted silver. It looked like a big elephant made on metal. So let me see. I have these. I cut up little leather. I had some from a friend of mine worked at she worked at a furniture place. Let's see if this is long enough. Give it a kind of an interesting. That could be cute. What do you think? Well, you want that, little daughter? You like that? Yeah, is that too skinny? What do you guys think? Is that cute? Looks good. Let's try it. Where is it? Where's it at?
He thought it was a snack. Look at him getting
He got
up.
ready for a snack.
Big and greedy.
You guys don't look at my hole punchers. They're kind of chewed up, just a tiny bit. I think I'm due for another pair, but they're my favorite ones. I might need to tape these on the back so that they're. And then I can put the ingredients. Beautiful citrines. I'm pretty sure that's citrine. Although they have a little bit of pink to them, so it's kind of interesting. And that took like 5 seconds. Love it. I might go back into that one. But I've been making a bunch. Hopefully they sell well at the Big Crafty. And then the next weekend, we're going to go to Yalla Day. And that's in Johnson City. It's about an hour from here. I've never done a show there before. So it's going to be new and exciting. So let's see what else. Where else did I do? Oh, these guys. I'm going to do another one of those. We'll just put it on there. These I usually use for my other. I like these skinny ones. They remind me of those Moo cards. This is probably not. This is too narrow for these guys. This would actually be really pretty. Maybe. Need something else. I think that's the part that takes the longest is matching them up to some. Figuring it out what's going to be. Where you're going to put them. These are some of my favorite beads. And, and I'm glad because they sell well. It's weird. I put these with pearls and people like them with earrings. So it's interesting. Because when I put them, I liked it with clear quartz and labradorite, but the winner was with pearls. This was all the stuff I was going to make a necklace. Check out this kyanite I bought at a show one time. Got this from my friend Liz. We split the strand. She got one half, and I got the other. But look at that. Isn't that delightful? I was going to make a necklace. Haven't decided. Oh, Kaylee says they're simple but elegant. Very pretty. Oh, thank you. Look at this. I think labradorite is a winner as far as earring goes. People love it. This is a chocolate moonstone. I think chocolate moonstone and this would be pretty together. Check that out. Two smooth stones together. Let's look at them on a stick. I got this Mexican agate, and I tell you, it's so pretty. I wish I got more. I only got one strand of it. How annoying. And this labradorite's like so funny. I bought some. I put it in a kit. It was good. And I didn't use a ton of it. I generally use about a quarter of a strand until I'm ready to move on. So I think that would look pretty together. Let's see what it looks like. Kind of short but sweet. Maybe a head pin or a jewel on the bottom. Let's see what I can do. Get that bow on the top. The fun part about making earrings is doing all the configurations. Some of these, when they stack them, they can look like stacked stones. It's kind of fun. I think that's my favorite part is just sitting through here, just looking at all the various combinations that you could put together. I don't know, but I like that pink on pink action. I wonder if there's another one. Let me see. Probably going to have to be asymmetrical because I don't see another one. That is a good and juicy blend right there. All that opal. I'm going to check that out. So a lot of you have this one. This one was probably my best seller. See those tabular opals. This one was a hit. I think I sold out very fast of it, and that's when we got kind of paranoid that I wouldn't. Oh, there's another one. That I wasn't going to have enough. You never know what's going to happen with it. If you don't weigh it, if you just do it by scoop, if you weigh it and you're not real precise, then you're not going to have enough, which I almost ran out. Maybe I'll do some that are kind of just simple like that, because I think that looks actually really good. Kaylee says, I'm into fairy labradorite these days and golden rutilated quartz. That sounds good. Love that story. So far, I'm loving this. It's like really beautiful pink tourmaline and this water clear rose quartz. It's that rose water quartz, but it has little black tourmalines or tourmaline flecks. So I think I might just finish those up. Shannon says, opals, so delish. Yes. Opals, I feel like class up a lot of stuff. Put opal in there and then automatically like, oh, there's some opals on that. And these are particularly, they had a lot of flash. I was really happy. I went through and high graded the heck out of those. Ooh, a little hit of zircon. Okay, I'll get another one with that. That looked good. Let's do it again. That looks good and fast. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, I think that's pretty. My favorite kind. I have with dark hair. I feel like some of these lighter colors work well. Even though I have a lot of dark earrings, sometimes they blend into my hair color. So some of these lighter tones look really good when I have my hair down. They kind of pop. So we're going to do a little mixed metal action. Right now we have bronze wires. Wow, I did a horrendous job with that. Sometimes I hate it when that happens. It's like this wire is so stiff. And look how cruddy that looks. Ugh, man. You know, when the wire is a little too thick and you keep bending it, it's really stiff. You have to go in there and then try and doctor it up. When it's really stiff, you got to be careful not to crack your beads, because that is 100% a possibility. So either start over, which I probably should do, but I'm going to see if I can save it without cracking that bead on the top. Forehead breaks out into a sweat. It's like, I can do it. I can feel it. I think I can do it. We'll say that we wanted the messy wrap. And it's a design choice. Okay, there. That's not too bad. Not too bad. There's some more earrings. I'm going to make a ton of earrings. It's on my things to do list. I got to fill up a whole rack because I haven't made them in a minute. Because guess what? Say if you make earrings that you really like, sometimes you want to keep them or you give them away to your friends. And so I've been giving away a lot of earrings. How pretty that one came out. I think that one was a good one. That little bit of bronze wire peeking out. Nice mixed materials. Love it. So in this 1 hour time, I made, let's see how many earrings. I made one pair here. I tangled up this pair. I have to pick that out. I made one earring here. Wow, so productive. Oh, and I made these. Forgot. Yeah. So let's see. 1, 2.5 earrings. I would say probably fired if I were working for someone. They'd be like, what slow business is this? I think those look good. They're hypnotizing me. I'm going to have to find something to be right on the bottom of that, but really small, I think. This, I feel like, is a little bit big because then they're going to sit because my customers, I don't feel like they like it when they're too long. You never know. I feel like I sell them when they're that length. This might be a step too far. No, we'll see. I like it. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do it. What do you think, daughter? Do it? Not do it. Don't do it.
I don't know.
I love it. What else am I doing? Let's see. Oh, so we're at the hour mark.
You could drop all the links one more time.
Oh, I forgot to do that. Let me drop it now. Okay, I don't know what this one's for. Let's see. This one's for the mermaid and pewter. Let me grab another one. What else was I showing?
The links are up there.
Oh, I see. Crystal Cave. We'll see. Grab it. How do I go back to where I was?
What do you mean? That's the only.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, you guys. You'd think I'd know what I'm doing after doing this a minute. After doing this for 5 years. Shannon says the designing can take more time than the actual making, so technically you're ahead. Thank you. Yeah, you never know. Sometimes it can take forever. Anne says knotted a whole necklace while watching. Y'all are actually, that's good. That's great. I love that story. And usually I will say I do move a little faster when I'm not talking. Thankfully, a little bit faster. Not a ton faster because I do get up and annoy Marty.
He wants his snack. Look at his face.
He's been patiently waiting. That cat has been waiting. Anyway, this is my kit that I've been right here. It fits on a little small tray. Oh, you want to show it?
No.
It's not far enough along? Mm-mm. All right, I'm going to flip this camera around. Melanie made a silver and copper pendant and a polymer clay pendant. So yeah, everybody's getting stuff done. What are you doing to that beautiful cat?
Kissing him. Look at his face. It's so cute.
You know, he can see himself in the monitor, and he was watching, and when I turned it on, because I turned on the monitor, he kind of raised up and he looked at himself. It was pretty cute.
He knows
adorable.
He's handsome.
He's handsome. He knows he's a beauty. And how can he not know? We tell him every day. Tell that cat every minute of the day. He doesn't mind. Clem's making a necklace. That's good news. Like that story. So Azalea was looking into our big hang up with doing a Zoom thing is Restream. We're trying to connect Restream and Zoom. So when that takes place, then we can do some Zoom parties. So that is on the horizon. We are working those details out, as well as working out our we have so many ideas for our project with retreats. You know, we've been talking about doing retreats for a minute since last year, since Helene. And we have a wonderful lineup of activities, y'all. I mean, we were like, we could do waxwork, we could do bronze clay. There's so many things. So that's coming soon. Our hang up with that, the one and only hang up, is location. Because I was like, I don't know, Greg. I don't know if people feel close enough where they want to snuggle up in the same bed. Because there's a ton of retreat centers around. But they're like, it can sleep 16. And we're like, perfect. But then you look closer and people have to double up. And that's fine if you don't, if it's like your bestie, but, I don't know about that. So you're like, okay, hi, my name's Azalea. Let's get in here and snuggle up. That's how me and Emily Miller, the first time we met, we had I was like, I came in from Asheville, flew in, arrived, and Jess was like, all right, you're sleeping with Emily. This is old Tucson. That's how we met. It's kind of funny. Where I'd seen her before. We'd seen each other before, and customers, but like getting to know you, I'm like, well, you know.
That's like Sam and Alex when he was here. We met today. Time to go sleep in the same bed.
Get in. Let's
Snuggle.
get cozy. So that's the. You need single rooms for that, or at least bunk beds or something, or separate beds. Because some folks don't like to get that too.
I don't want to cuddle.
They don't want to cuddle. I don't want to cuddle just because I like to have a whole. I like to have a whole room, not just the whole bed. So, I mean, with me and Isaiah, it's different because I give birth to her and everything. So it's fine. And it'd be fine if I slept in the same bed as my mom. So, anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm getting tired, so it's probably time to go get something to eat. And that could be the thing, is I've been operating on not enough soup. I need more soup. All right, my friends, thank you all for joining us. We will see you on Wednesday, and we'll have some more details of our next projects. Kayla says, I did that in my 20s and early 30s. That's Shannon, you did Art Fest. How did you know we were talking about Art Fest? Whenever I did Art Fest, I went and I spoiled myself and sprung for the extra, I don't know how much it was, extra $100 to stay in the barracks at, what was that place called? In Port Townsend. It's a good time. It was a good time. I would love to host my own Art Fest in Port Townsend. That would be fun. But you'd have to draw a big crowd to pay for that because it's a big, big place. All right, my friends, I will see y'all on Wednesday. We are in the middle of production. If you're in the neighborhood, you're an Asheville person, come on downtown this coming up weekend. It's going to be good times. There's going to be a lot of activities. So there's going to be not only the Big Crafty, there's another show at Uncommon Market right in town. There's going to be all kind of stuff. So if you're going to be around in the neighborhood, or if you're thinking about visiting Asheville, next weekend is the time to come because there's a lot of activities. It's still beautiful. It's still lovely. Oh, Fort Warden, that was the name of it. I totally forgot the name. All right. So thank you all for joining us. We will see you on Wednesday. We love you out there. Okay, good night, everyone.